Let's see. We're prepping. We're connecting, and we're live. David Jaffe, creator of God of War, Twisted Metal, other games. Drawn to Death. What a good game. Drawn to Death.
You didn't even play it.
I saw it.
There is a video of it that I put up that represents the absolute perfect match to me. That it's just like
I watched it.
That is what that's what I dreamed of. Welcome to Gabbin' and Games. It's a little bit of a weird show today because we're kind of back-ending into...
speak more into your mic.
It's right here, motherfucker.
Well, yeah, but it's here, and you're talking over here.
We got Ghost of Yotei coming up, so we're going to talk about that, and we're going to watch that live together. It's also weird because we got a lot of maintenance going around the place today, so in between this, I'm probably going to have to hop up and deal with plumbers and termite people, and right now we're eating. I have no energy. So this is just to shoot the shit, hang out for about 40, 30 minutes, and then we're going to watch Yotei and talk video game news. So
sounds good.
Welcome. Here's Tech.
Hello. We're eating Panda Express, proud sponsor of my colon health. Not the show, I wish. Fuck. Come on, Panda. Sponsor us. I'm always wearing black, and I'm white presenting. Like a panda. A panda's white presenting. A panda's just a black bear with good credit. Because his face is white.
That's horrible.
It's white presenting.
Horrible.
What do you mean?
It's a racist joke.
And?
I'm not black. You're not black. We shouldn't be able to
Says
make
who
that.
I'm not black?
We should. What are you, Pete Turtle? We shouldn't be able to make that joke. That's a terrible joke.
What do you mean I shouldn't be able to make that joke?
Because it enforces negative stereotypes about...
How do you know? How do you know that my Mexican background is descended from like African slaves?
Because I know.
How?
Because I just know.
Yeah, sure. You can smell it on me. You have a black detector nose. What do you mean?
Oh, dude.
Okay. Anyways,
oh my God.
How's it going, Joe? Good morning.
No, we don't laugh that off.
Pandas for the win.
You know your boyfriend's a fucking racist? Jesus, Tech, that's terrible.
Her jokes are worse than mine when it comes to those kind of things.
My daughter does not do racist jokes. Maybe towards you.
No, she's like, whoa, look at these super chats popping up, Jeffy. You saw those?
No, I didn't because I'm flabbergasted.
K-Nubs, $2. We're prepping, we're connecting, we're tech protecting.
Listen, look, apologize to our black community.
Fuck no. Pompish with $2
what is your fucking name?
Says, I'm
Tech.
liking the new stream vibe.
Tech, that's terrible.
No, it's not. You're just a liberal.
Yeah, I am, and that's a really terrible thing.
That's a joke at the expense of white people.
Because black people don't have good credit?
No, because white people focus on credit too much. How many credit cards you got?
2.
How many do I have?
Actually, I only have 1. I do. I only have 1.
How many credit cards do I have?
How the fuck do I care?
I have no credit cards.
Okay, but...
I had.
One's
in
the chat if you think Tech needs to apologize.
Yeah, was that panda joke too racist towards the black community?
No.
Chat, let me know. Give me ones if it's racist, 2 if it's a joke about pandas and white people having good credit.
No.
I'm a person of color, Jaffe.
So
yeah.
what? But you're not a black dude.
What does that mean?
What it means is
I can't make a joke about... Hold on. I can't make a joke about...
You can make a joke about whatever you want. I support your First Amendment right to make a goddamn joke.
Well, then I did.
But I think it's terrible.
Nah.
You'd be ashamed of yourself.
Frank Lass, $2 says, I missed the joke. Can Jaffe repeat it, please?
Fuck you, Frank. I love you, but fuck you. No. John Bonet joined the club. I don't know what that means. What's that mean, John Bonet? Ramsey?
What?
So somebody joined. Oh, they may be followed over on YouTube?
They subscribe.
Hey, thanks, buddy. We appreciate it, John Bonet.
Oh, yeah.
This is a game show, but today it's a chill talk to the chat show until Ghost of Yotei comes on. We'll talk about video game stuff.
They're saying anyone should have been able to say that joke.
Anyone can.
But because it was Tech, now I'm offended.
No one is trying. This is what a lot of you right wingers have a problem with, Tech.
Damn, I joined the stream and Jaffe's already making Tech apologize for shit.
I'm not. Look, this is what the right wingers have a problem with. No one is saying you can't. Do whatever the fuck you want. Misgender Big Bird. I don't give a shit. It's just mean. It's cruel.
What
Don't
is
be
Big
cruel.
Bird?
Big Bird's a bird.
No, but gender-wise.
A big one. He's a dude. Big Bird's a male.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
How sure?
I've seen his penis.
Oh, okay. Big Bird penis reveal. Coming up at on the hour.
But his penis only reveals like Snuffleupagus. You have to have a good imagination. Did you watch Sesame Street as a kid? Because you were kind of deprived of culture.
No.
So how do you even know what Snuffleupagus is?
my autism forces me to like look into stuff. Well, Emmanuel, with $5, I could forgive it. It was funny, but this dude is just unfunny cornball. Gotta unsub for this, Jaffe.
All right, buddy. Sorry, it was good loving you.
Sorry.
Wait a minute. You just paid us $5 to tell you're gonna unsub, okay? Everybody, do what he's doing.
No.
What?
Don't
Jesus.
unsub, chat. Please sub more.
Please sub more.
Make bogus accounts and subscribe to us.
I'm actually bothered that you've been here now over a week and we've yet to go to the arcade. We need to go to the arcade.
Your
this
daughter
week.
lost my car key.
Yeah, she did, didn't she?
Yeah.
And my car's not registered.
Don't say that.
Well, it'll be. I just got to get it small checked. Is all.
Guys, just like Chamillionaire, I'm riding dirty.
It's not that. I never drive it.
Do you know that's what that song's about?
No, I didn't even know Charmillionaire sang it.
Oh yeah, right, but the song "Riding Dirty" is about they see me rolling, my hating,
What?
patrolling, trying to catch me riding dirty. Have you heard that song or no?
Yeah, but I don't know what it's about.
Riding dirty. It's like my car's unregistered. I got no insurance.
Oh, I have insurance.
Yeah, well, yeah,
It's not
that's
It's
good.
not registered because I'm like trying to break the law or anything. I'm just haven't gotten down to the smog check place.
You want to trade cars?
No.
You don't want the Odyssey?
What does that even mean?
Do you want the van and I'll take your little Toyota?
What do you mean take it? You live here.
I'm saying like we exchange ownership.
What's in it for me?
My car is like 4 to 5x the value of your car.
What's your insurance though?
Well, I'm
Yeah,
28,
that's
so
what-
no, it's different because I'm 28 and my insurance is high because I'm a young man.
Oh, maybe. Why would I do that? I want to take your nice new car.
Well, I can work on the Toyota. What is
Okay,
that?
let's talk about video games.
Video games.
Well, here's a thought. Seriously, not even joking. So, Rob was telling me about this, Rob the mod, but I've never gotten into World of Warcraft. But Warcraft has been announcing, and today I think they came out with some new news about the building your own house. And you can have your house, and it can be in a neighborhood. And I don't know if they've started that yet or it hasn't launched that yet. And you have neighborhood events, and I'm starting to go, that sounds pretty fucking cool to like build a house, and you have neighbors that are people you know in the digital world, like maybe Rob the Mod is a neighbor, maybe Bunny Button's a neighbor. You know, we don't let racist people like you into our neighborhood. I like this idea. Have they gone live with that yet, or you don't know?
I kind of left.
Do you
I
play
played a
it?
ton of World of Warcraft when I was younger.
Okay.
World of Warcraft got me a like $2,000 discount on a motorcycle before.
Okay. Don't care. Tell me about World of Warcraft.
I don't know if the houses thing is live, but I can look into it.
Yeah.
Pull it up.
And I don't know which version of World of Warcraft. Probably the modern one. It probably
They call it retail, Jaffe.
What do you mean?
You have retail WoW, and then you have classic WoW.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Retail is the up to date, going live.
Did you guys hear about the Subnautica guys, man? I'll tell you what.
The what?
Well, Subnautica 2 was scheduled to come out in, I want to say 2025,
Yeah.
early access. And the team was like, yeah, we'll be ready. And then apparently, and there was a $250 million bonus because I think that developer got purchased by the publisher Crafton. And then recently, the publisher said, yeah, we don't want to do early access until 2026 because we don't think it's going to be where we want it to be.
Yeah.
And suddenly now that part of the contract where they were about to get a big payout, which was, a lot of times when you sell your company, you'll get an upfront payment and then it'll be like, okay, and here's like four. So when you hear a company sold for $80 million, it's not $80 million usually lump sum. It's like $25 million. Everybody gets a payday. And then if you stick around and hit these milestones, it's ultimately worth...
For transferring over the company, yeah.
Yeah, it's ultimately worth $80 million if you hit those milestones.
Yeah.
And I guess one of the things that made that deal so desirable for the folks was that you get a $250 million that would be spread across the team.
Yeah.
But that was tied to the contract that said you have to launch the early access in 2025. And suddenly Crafton comes in and says, well, we're not ready to launch it yet. And the developer's like, no, we are. We're not supposed to ask you. It's, whatever. And so the leads of the company left. And even though Crafton's come out and said, well, yeah, that's not why we did it. I'd be like, who gives a shit, motherfucker, then amend the contract. You pay these motherfuckers. Or if I was at Subnautica, I'd walk the fuck out of that goddamn job.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is your family. You're like, we're gonna buy the pool. It's like Christmas vacation. We're gonna get the pool installed, or we're gonna move out of this shitty neighborhood and finally get a house. And all these dreams is like, no, we're not gonna pay you. And you can say, here's how you make it right, Crafton. You go, okay, yeah, we didn't know, because they're saying we didn't know that was part of the contract. That's not that's not a problem with the developer. You fucking figure it out and amend the contract. Until that, go fuck yourselves. And now a lot of people are saying, I don't know if they will. It probably won't. Gamers
that they're going to boycott?
Yeah, but they're not. They're not.
Well, Subnautica's not like top tier gaming.
Yeah, it is. People love Subnautica.
It's not top tier.
I barely played it. I'm not sitting here banging the drum for the game. I'm just saying that it's a huge fucking hit.
You know who is top tier?
Who?
Carlos Hernandez with
$5.
$5.
Carlos Hernandez.
Carlos! Jaffe, you worked for a Japanese company. Do you know how to eat with chopsticks, or do you just give your bosses the eyes for not eating with a fork?
I first off, thank you for the super chat, buddy. We love you. Second off, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Doesn't give a fuck.
Why do I care?
You ever give someone the eyes for doing something weird in public?
No, look, my ex was half Japanese. She eats with chopsticks like a goddamn bandit. I've been to Japan a couple times. I can hold chopsticks, but it's like, I don't want to figure it out. Like, I have a fork. It's fine. It does the job. And if you go to Japan and you say, may I have a fork? I've never been denied a fork. Just like if somebody came here and if they had chopsticks and they wanted to eat with chopsticks, let me with fucking chopsticks.
I love chopsticks.
Did we miss an earlier super chat? I hope we didn't. If we did,
I do not think so.
Okay, I keep seeing these things pop up on the screen, and
those are people subscribing.
Okay.
No, we got them all.
All right,
I could forgive it if it was funny, but Tex said it. So let's see.
Okay.
Missed the joke. Can Jaffe repeat it? Yeah, we got them all.
We got them all good.
But we are seeing a lot of people subscribe. Thank you for subscribing.
Yeah, we appreciate it, fellas.
Thank
This is not
you.
usually the show. Usually we talk about games, but right now I'm famished.
Yeah. Jaffe went a whole 4 hours without eating a meal. So we had
the Ozempic, man. I'm telling you something. I haven't.
You don't eat a lot.
I know now.
Yeah. I bought you a replacement pizza because, Sarah woke up in the middle of the night and was like, I want a cheese pizza slice. And so she gets the pizza out, leaves it out.
And she leaves it out all night.
On the counter. And Jeffy's like, I cannot eat pizza that's been left out for more than 45 minutes.
No, you're being an exaggerating fuckstick, but no. It's
the longest you would go, leaving it out.
3 hours.
I could do 2 days.
I understand. There's a pizza literally sitting on the kitchen table.
No, that box was empty. It's been empty. I don't know why it's there.
Anyway, the point being, though, is yes. So, yeah, I can barely eat a full piece of pizza anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But look, man, and I have to remind myself to eat, and I have to drink protein shakes. But look, I'm a fat guy. I don't want to fucking die of a heart attack or diabetes or whatever. So I'm grateful it's working. It wasn't working until I went back up to 2 milligrams. Now I'm at 2 milligrams. So far, so good. You never know if it's going to keep working, but so far, so good.
Chat is saying you get full a lot quicker on a Ozempic or Mounjaro.
Yeah, it's the
knockoff.
I don't know if it's the knockoff, but it's another version.
The competitor.
Yeah.
Dude, Pan Express is delicious. It's a cultural exchange.
Well, the guy who made it is indeed a Chinese fella.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's good, but I don't know.
What was his credit score like?
I don't know if we're allowed to show this. Well, we'll come back to that because it's not game related. It's movie related. I really got to find time this weekend to go see Superman.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go see Superman.
Yeah, I really kind of want to.
Sunday.
Part of me is actually thinking we do Madhouse Friday High Day tonight, so we can go see Superman after Gavin Games tomorrow.
Sarah might be amicable. There's don't say the name of this place, right? But there's movie theaters nearby that serve like actual food, right?
Yeah, up the street. Don't talk.
Yeah.
Don't say where we are, but
yeah. So we could.
Sarah doesn't like it either. The popcorn's terrible there.
Well, fuck the popcorn.
No.
If the food's good.
No, the best way to go see a movie like Superman is at like a chain theater, like a Regal or
you wouldn't want to
AMC.
go to the Chinese movie theater on Hollywood Boulevard?
It's not a Chinese man's Chinese theater. It's not a Chinese movie theater.
It's the one that's designed.
You think they serve fortune cookies instead
it
of popcorn?
Has a Chinese elements to the
Were
outside of the
you just
building.
doing an Asian accent?
No.
God,
It has
You know,
Chinese elements.
as the most likely person to be picked up by ICE on this stream.
Your last name is Jaffe.
You have a lot
Israel's
of gall.
recruiting Jaffe.
Yeah, well, no, thank you. I won't go fight for Netanyahu.
Met and smell you. Anyways, yeah, that Chinese movie theater.
Yeah, Man's Chinese, and now it was Grauman's Chinese.
Yeah, on Hollywood.
Yeah.
Has one of the largest IMAX projection screens in the world.
I don't really care about IMAX. I don't. But yeah.
Have you been there before?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. You went to the main room, right? The main.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been to the Cinerama Dome. I mean, I lived in LA for like 20 years. I loved LA.
Yeah.
But my bigger point, though, is that the screen size, if the movie's good, the movie will make you feel like you're living in the world. If the movie's a piece of shit, it doesn't matter if you're in 4XD or 40X with IMAX. So I that shit wears off for me. I know a lot of people it doesn't, but for me, people are like, you have to experience it in the theater. And I'm like, why? If I'm watching a great movie on this TV, which is, I don't know how big this
Your
is.
TV sucks.
It does suck, but how big is it? It's like 40?
36 inch.
It's bigger than that. I think it's like 42.
It's 36 to 40 inch maybe.
But if it's a great show, I am in that show. You know, I'm not paying any fucking attention.
I can't.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what? Gamers who are so focused on graphics, it upsets me a little bit.
Well,
But
they've been conditioned to be focused on graphics.
but your TV barely achieves like 1080p.
I don't even think it does. I don't think it's an HD TV, is it? It might be.
I think it's 1080 or 720, but it's old. It's like Sarah's age.
I know.
And the audio on it, the speakers have been blown out for a
But
decade.
it works fine. I don't.
That's
need
not what working fine means, Jaffe.
Yeah,
I have a little bit of a heart murmur, but it's fine. No.
Why would I spend money on a new TV? Although it is Prime Day.
And Best Buy
Is competing.
Best Buy's competing, and I have the premium membership, so it gave me an even bigger discount.
Well,
like a 54-inch TV.
how much?
Like 180.
Really?
Yeah.
HD?
HD. No,
Obviously.
like 4K.
Maybe I'll pick that up.
I'll go half with you. We'll go half on it and get a better TV to project stuff on, and
Okay,
we'll have
but
a
when
remote
Sarah-
that works.
But when
And
Sarah breaks up with you, I get it.
Sarah's never breaking up with me.
Okay, fine. Well, that you. Can
Sarah
gamble-
told me the only
you can
way we're not
You
dating.
can gamble on that if you want, but I get it. If you guys
Sarah
break
told
up.
me there's two ways we stop dating.
Okay.
One, she dies,
Okay.
and two, now we're married.
And how about the fact that what if it turns out you're on Epstein's list, which doesn't exist? But if it existed,
Dodged a bullet there.
yeah, you'd be on that fucking list. Listen to this guy, Angel Pallies, friend of the show. We like Angel Pallies a lot. He writes to me. He says, I'm tired of being told my video game takes are not good. Let me explain something to you,
They're
motherfuckers.
kind of bad.
Let me explain. I mean, I'm serious. You guys need to fucking pray at the altar of Jaffe. And I'm really kind of serious here. Because you know what made me so successful when I worked in games? And again, I also shat the bed in games. But I was always doing things that I thought were interesting and unique and fresh and fun. That means I got into games because I loved them, but I wanted something different than what was being offered. If all I did was come in here and confirm your biases, I mean, I guess that would make your dick feel better. But I like what I like. That's not a bad take. It's just something you disagree with. Here's what our friend Angel says, and I like this guy. He says, Jaffe's takes on video games are pretty wild lately. The, quote, I don't like any game unless they go pew, 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 or are only 5 hours long, I don't get. Or I don't got time for that. But in the same breath, he'll say, I buy every Marvel Snap Battle Pass and play 500 hours a month. That's not true. I still love listening to the show, though, even though sometimes I want to bang my head into my computer, especially when you said you didn't give a fuck about Monolith Software. Now, first off, let's talk very briefly Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap, what I'm talking about, I have 1,000 hours in Marvel Snap, or almost. But I don't play it 1,000 hours a month. I'll play it about 4 times a day, 2 or 3 hands, and move on because it's constantly changing, and so it appeals to my brain needing something fresh. When you're talking about, it's not that my games have to be pew, pew, pew. My favorite game of, 3 years ago was Unpacking, where you literally are decorating your room There was no guns in it at all, except maybe a ray gun that wasn't.
Yeah.
That was just a prop.
Cartoon.
And then the 5-hour long thing, I'll play a 100-hour long game, but not if it's the same fucking game over and over. I demand more novelty for my time. So Angel Pallies, I love you. And I got nothing against, when I said I don't give a shit about Monolith, I don't mean I don't give a shit like they're shitty. I mean, they don't make the kind of games I want to spend time on. I've heard everybody tell me Xenogears is amazing. I have a relatively valuable copy of Xenogears because I got it. Huh?
What do you mean?
Like, I think it's like the very first one of the ones people really love, and it's the original, and I got it from Sony or what. So it's not like I'm like, oh fuck, I just don't make the time to play games.
If me and Sarah break up, that's my game.
Maybe. Anyway, the bigger point in all of this is just that I don't know why my takes need to be.
They want you to have more vanilla takes, but I don't like it. I like you being the contrarian sometimes.
You're
not being the
contrarian
to be. You're not being the contrarian to be a contrarian, but your positions come off as contrarian, even though you give substance to it. You validate why you have.
Yeah,
those takes. It just seems to be against what the general public is like saying. By the way, thank you, K-Nubs.
Although to be fair, Ball Pit, which is my most anticipated game, is a game that has been beloved by everyone who's played it. A lot of people think it's going to be Game of the Year.
We can play right now.
No, I don't want to play games right now.
I can put it on the back window, and you just have the controller while you talk.
I don't. I want to talk to the stream, man.
Yeah, do both.
I don't want to play a game right now. We're doing that later.
All right.
I love Marvel Snap. I love Doom Eternal. Somebody got mad at me. Not mad at me, but they're like, and by the way, I am going to go back because I know I was saying Doom, the Dark Ages didn't really float for me, but I had a couple people write in the comments and on Twitter saying, I'm surprised Jaffe says that. This is actually the best one they've made. And I've played about 2 hours, so I'll give it a couple more hours. Well, haters gonna hate and haters gonna pay. Darth Nugget.
Oh, okay. First off, we're missing two.
Go ahead.
K-Nubs donated and said there's a third option for why Sarah and Tony break up.
What, Eric Lennon gets her?
Anthony swoops in and steals Sarah.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine? David K.
Well, Sarah. I don't know why he sounds like that woman in Monsters Inc. Well, Sarah. I can't do Anthony. Bukkake does Sarah really well. I mean, not Sarah. Anthony really well, yeah.
David K. says, for 6 months being a member of Diet Soda Soldiers, says, am I dumb if I have nothing to say? Because, you have to put a comment in the little milestone
No,
thing.
we love you, David K.
We love you, David K.
We love you, David K.
And Darth Nugget, member for 50 months.
Goddamn right.
Hating from the fucking, what do you call
Peanut
those booths?
gallery.
No, the booths that are like premium at the baseball stands.
Box seats?
The boxes, yeah.
He's not in the box seats.
For 50 months? That's a box seat.
All right, he's not a box seat.
50 months! Jaffe is one of the most contrarians I've ever seen in my entire life, second only to Ravenous. Yeah, Ravenous is...
I am not a contrarian. Look, okay, name the last 5 games you loved. And in fact, no. Let's let Darth Nugget do it. Tell us, Darth Nugget, in the chat.
He won't do it.
Yeah, he probably won't. But I guarantee you, I like a lot of the games you guys like. But I don't. I play more than most of you guys do in terms of variety. And by nature of comparison, I'm going to experience things that you don't because you might only play 10 games a year. I play like 15 games a month. And I don't mean I finish them, but I experience the core loop enough to get my head around it. So I'm not a contrarian. Listen to this. San Diego Comic-Con has plans for Twisted Metal, the Peacock show. They have a bumper car activation that's an homage to the tournament. Now, this is not going to be in the Comic-Con. It's going to be off-site, which means we can go down and ride the Twisted Metal bumper cars. And we're going to do it.
Let's do it.
But I don't like the fact that I have to wait in line to ride the Twisted Metal bumper cars. So
I'll call it.
I am going to call my contact at PlayStation Productions and go, look, I would like to make a video. I want to go ride the goddamn Twisted Metal bumper cars. Can you get me and Tech and maybe my kids in so we can make a video and play in the bumper cars? Otherwise, I'm making a video where we have to stand in line for like 5 hours in the goddamn sun to ride bumper cars based on fucking video games that I co-directed, co-created, co-wrote. So back the fuck up, PlayStation Productions.
Well, you don't phrase it like that.
I love those guys. Out of all the Sony people I still have great affection for, one is Scott Rohde, who still works at PlayStation. I was incorrect when I thought that he had retired. she was like, "Oh no, he's still there."
Yeah.
I'm like, a lot of the Sony guys told me he wasn't, but anyway. And the PlayStation production guys have been nothing but nice to me, and so I'm just teasing them. But I do not want to wait in line.
Is that lady, the one who's doing Wildgate? What's her name? Was she Sony?
Oh, Shannon. She wrote me and she said, "Oh no, that's not what I was working on." So Wildgate is not that company; it's a different company.
Oh, what is she doing?
It's another game which I haven't played yet, but she's left that company. She's not doing that anymore.
I want to support Shannon.
Shannon's got a Substack. She writes about video game management. It's great. It's really, really great.
Get her on the show.
She won't come on the show.
Why?
She just, she knows that she is very protective, as a professional adult would be, of their image. And even though I respect her she's like there's like 5 people I respect top of the list and she's in there, I wouldn't ask her anything that would make her feel uncomfortable, but I get that she would go, "You never know with Jaffe," and I could kind of lose my shit, and suddenly I'm like, "What do you think about, did you ever really want to look at Alan Becker's penis?" Or just some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Just to get a smile out of her. And she's like, "Jaffe, I'm trying to build a real consulting career for high-level management people. Go fuck yourself." And I wouldn't want to do it to her, but I don't know if I could resist. And she's smart. She knows.
Do you think Kratos would hate fuck the decapitated head of a Hydra?
I don't know.
I don't know. Chad, what do you think?
Development footage from WB Games Montreal. See, we got to figure.
I can look this stuff up.
I know. I got to get my laptop. I got to get something out here because I like you there and me here,
Yeah.
but I don't like the fact that all my shit's on my phone. It looks like low effort. Trust me.
Well, again, you just tell me, and then I switch. I switch to the screen and I put it on the thing.
It's not that big of a story. Development footage from WB Games Montreal canceled. Damian Wayne Batman game has leaked. It's not really, great footage. It's just kind of some flat shaded, gray shaded. I think from a cutscene. I think it's cool. Batman has a kid. I like he's in the comics, but I did just pick up though the last Batman game from what are they called? The guys everybody loves.
The Arkham.
Yeah, but the Suicide Squad developer who did all the other Batman. Come on, what are those guys called? It's not Skull Island, of course. It's something like
Chat, what is it?
Turtle Beach. No. Rocksteady. Is it Rocksteady? I think it's Rocksteady.
I'm looking it up.
It's Rocksteady. Anyway, point is, it was $4 on the Steam sale, which ended this morning at 10 o'clock. And I picked that up because I did want to play.
Rocksteady.
Yeah, I did want to play that. But, yeah, no, I wanted to tell
Prince Green in the chat saying, "Jaffe, all you really have to do is tell people in line that you created Twisted Metal, and they will skip you to the front."
I don't. Maybe they won't, and then I'll be pissed.
Yeah.
I took Sarah when she had a massive crush on the guy who played Doctor Who, Matt Smith.
Don't tell me that.
And my agent was like, they got it so I could take Sarah backstage at Hall H to meet Matt Smith after the Doctor Who panel.
Yeah.
But what my agent couldn't do is they're like, "Oh, well, we assumed you were already in Hall H." I'm like, no, I don't want to wait in line for like 2 days to get in. And they said, "Oh, we can't get you into Hall H. You should have told us like a month ago." I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
That's dumb.
So yeah, so I was, okay. I want to tell you this thing real quick. There was information. This sounds pretty good. That information leaked about Naughty Dog's Intergalactic, which a guy who's testing it is the source, and it does sound pretty valid. It doesn't sound like he's making shit up for clicks or anything like that. He just posted it on, I think it was like Reddit or 4chan. And if you read it, it's not like, you know when somebody does a leak to be like sensationalistic, but this actually just sounds like, no, this makes sense. It sounds pretty good. He says it's like a cross between Souls and some other game. But they said it was really good. The navigation's good. The comboing out of navigation is really good. The story is cool. Apparently it is a, what I liked about it, but some people may not, it is very much a Neil Druckmann game in that it really lives at the intersection of their attempt at hard sci-fi and like political statements about religion and philosophy and belief. So it's not Star Wars, it clearly, at least according to this guy, seems to wear its take on its sleeve, which I'm down for. I'm excited to see it. Probably going to be 2027. But yeah, I will say though, looking at the character, I don't care who the character is. Like I don't need
Her?
Yeah, I don't need to want to have sex with the character to like the character, right? Like I get a lot of people
You can fuck this.
okay, don't say this. Good God.
It's not a person.
It is
It's a game. It's a gameplay character.
The point is,
Yeah.
the point is, you insensitive oaf,
It's binary.
is this.
Yeah.
Like for example, Supergirl, Melissa Benoist's Supergirl. Is there a percentage that I enjoy Supergirl more, even though it's not the world's best show, because I think she's super hot? Absolutely. Yeah. And is that the reason I watched that show longer than anybody should have? Probably. So I get the value of going, ooh, I like attractive characters. Like the new Supergirl, I know she is subjectively pretty or objectively pretty, but I don't, A, she's really young, but also B, she's not my cup of tea, right? So I get it. And so I don't need, like Ghost of Yotei that we're going to watch in a little bit. I don't find this character attractive. I don't need her to be. But if she did look super fucking hot, like, I don't fucking know. Some hot, I'm trying to think of like Kelly Hugh from the Scorpion King back in the early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
I'd go, that would be better. So I get it. It would be nice if the intergalactic character was a sexier character for my taste, but you know what? Who gives a shit, right? So I don't really think it merits the kind of discussion it created around her design. But no, the game sounds great. Have you seen the new Supergirl they cast?
I have not yet.
Well, look her up.
I'll look her up. By the way, I want to tell you, when you look up Ghost of Yotei right now on YouTube, you are the third result.
Yeah, because I created it.
Yeah.
And I'm probably only the third result because you have me in your... I'm not the third result for somebody in, like, Iowa.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's not maybe. I know how this works.
This video may be inappropriate for some viewers.
What are you looking up?
The Ghost of Yotei trailer things.
No, that's not...
I know. I'm looking up the fucking Supergirl now. Supergirl new
Only because that's
cast.
coming up. We'll watch that together. I'm sure they'll show us the latest and greatest.
Millie Alcock?
Yeah, I think she was in the House of the Dragon. Go big with her.
Yeah,
Go big with her. Go big with her bad self.
I'm looking her up. I forgot the K on cock. All right.
Mm-hmm. She's cute. She's real cute, but she's a little. She doesn't have that. You know what it is? She's too Dutch.
God, what the fuck? What is this mouth?
She doesn't have the kind of all-American girl next door look that I associate with Supergirl. That's all. But whatever.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, she's a little ethnic.
I don't want to use those words. You would apologize to the ethnic community.
No, ethnic's not negative in
Are
this
you
context.
ethnic?
My nose is ethnic. I think. Here's a great example. Here's a video game story. Okay, and I don't have this locked, but I'm pretty sure this happened. So, yeah, very beautiful woman. There's no doubt, but I don't think she's too exotic.
The mouth. Yeah. As soon as you said that, Zeke was already saying exotic.
Yeah, but listen now. So I am working at Sony ImageSoft when we're doing we had the rights to Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. And over on the Sony stages, the producer, her name was Marianne, was getting live actors to go because we were going to digitize them and they would be the audience or the contestants, right? And she asked everybody, but she didn't ask me. And and all the people she asked were and she was not some looker or anything. She was very much like a Eastern European looking woman, but she wanted all American white bread men and women. And yeah, so for her, she probably looked at the nose and said, yeah, that's a little too Jewy. It's a little too Jewy for Wheel of Fortune.
I've never seen your nose and thought,
I'm not saying it's like Anthony Weiner or anything from the politics. I'm just saying that I'm not going to get a role even when I was like younger and wasn't a big guy. I'm not going to get a role as like the all-American dude next door who like has a crush on the girl who's...
You could.
No.
I see what you look like at that younger age.
I'm not knocking the way I look. I like the way I look.
Your interview from like 1999 or 2001 with I forget what team. You're wearing like a leather jacket.
Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah. That was the fat guy is what I called myself.
Yeah?
Because everything was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have played like there's just the guy who runs the mechanic shop down the road by the gas station.
I could have gotten a role, but I
Yeah,
couldn't
and
have
it
been
would have
the
been like
love interest.
Could have been like, You could have been like
They're
the
not
Hallmark
putting me in
movie.
the. They're not. No, they're not.
You could have been the Hallmark
No.
movie, like like
Dude.
she's dating the hot guy, but like the homely character is like
Yeah, I could have been
he's-
the homely character.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's no doubt there. Nobody's going to argue with that. What about this? This is from somebody on Twitter. Nobody talks about how Starfield was the most stable game Bethesda ever launched. I don't care about that, but they said Starfield will go down in history as one of the most overhated games of all time. I think that's true. I loved Starfield, and I understand why it wasn't everyone's cup of tea.
So did I.
And I understand if you played it in the, quote, wrong order, it was boring as shit. But I do think, I do hope that game comes to PlayStation, because it would be really nice if people got to experience that game more than they have, because it's really good. I just, maybe people wanted something and they didn't get it, and that's a fair reason to be disappointed, but I don't think the hate should have gone to what they made. Maybe that was an expectation marketing problem. I don't know. But I thought it was if you love space and the romance of space and everything, I thought that fucking game was awesome.
Do you think there's another game out there that got more undeserved hate than Starfield?
Yeah, Drawn to Death.
Let's see in the chat. You could play the hot guy's sex-starved friend.
I totally right. The weirdest thing, you ever see that? You didn't see anything, but if you've ever
No.
seen the movie Encino Man,
I've heard of it.
okay, so in Encino Man, they hire Sean Astin to be the love interest, right? Brendan Fraser's in the movie. That was like his first big role. I mean, School Ties or School Days or whatever, but this was his first like breakout role.
Yeah.
And, he was buff, and he appeared in the movie like at the beginning almost. I don't even know if he was wearing anything. So he was in shape and everything. So he certainly got most of the girls going, ooh, I want him on the cover of Teen Magazine or whatever the fuck it was. But Astin was the role of kind of the kid who had a crush on the girl, and he was the everyman. And Astin was an all-American good-looking kid, if you remember him in Goonies, right? He was the main character, Mikey in Goonies.
Sure.
But once he got to that age, he started gaining weight. And he played Sam, what's the guy's name? Gamwise or
Sam
Gamgee or
Gamgees, yeah.
Samwise
Gamgees.
Yeah. So he's vacillated with his weight. He also played Bob on Stranger Things, but he no longer fit that, but he was this chunky dude.
Yeah.
But he had been cast in the role, and I don't know if they tried to make him lose weight and he couldn't. I don't know. I just always thought it was very awkward that he was trying to step into the role of this kind of very typical
love interest.
And it's like, dude, but it doesn't mean fat guys can't have love interests, but in the movies, especially the way they were playing it, we were supposed to be like rooting for him to get the girl, and I think everybody was rooting for Brendan Fraser to get the girl,
yeah.
right? So that's all I'm saying.
Who's watching Encino Man?
It's got
By the way, chat,
no
you
ease
can
the
donate
juice.
$10.
No easing the juice.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
$10.
well, you watch Encino Man, you will.
You can add a third movie to the wheel. Currently, we only have what is it?
Well, hang on. We're doing
movies.
Pineapple Express,
Brain Candy.
Brain Candy, and then we have one more movie that is being competed for the third movie for this Saturday, Pot and Popcorn. And right now, the only one on the wheel from Rocker Matt is Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Or Get Old. I don't know which one it is.
It's like Strike Back, I think.
It's good. It's good. But for every $10, we put another one on the wheel. So if there's one you're really jonesing to watch, maybe Encino Man is it. Maybe it's a horror film. Hint. Let us know.
12 minutes till
12 minutes
Ghost
to Ghost Yotei. Did you play Tsushima?
I told you this like 5 times.
Oh,
past
no,
week.
you didn't. By the way, did you read the chat last night?
No.
Did you read the comments last night?
No.
Go to the comments for yesterday's YouTube Gabbing Games, because
Why?
you are a liar, and the chat called you out on it. And since I never tried to do what you did when you played Ghost of Tsushima, I couldn't push back, because I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that tracks. And everyone's like, that didn't happen. He must be, I don't know if you were thinking of Bushido Blade or Way of the Samurai, but read what they said while I eat this food. Tell the shop. It's dead air, baby.
I'm looking at the. Yeah, you can. So if you
Tell
take
them-
the health part, so I'm looking at it right now.
Tell them what you said, though, so the audience that wasn't watching knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, so in Ghost of Tsushima, at the beginning, you fight against a guy named Kotan Khan, right? You are designed to lose that match, but you can deplete his health bar, and then it just goes on to the next thing. I think it gives you the
You
same.
said there was a different ending or something.
No, it just like ends.
The game doesn't end.
Well, I thought it did.
So you just stop.
I beat it, and I went home.
You're joking.
What do you mean?
You killed him, and then it just goes on to the next part of the story?
I was like, fuck yeah! And then I left.
No, you didn't.
We spent hours playing that game. Maybe it's a different game.
Yeah, maybe it's a different game. What's Jed Dempsey saying? Thanks, Jed. We appreciate it, buddy.
Oh, maybe it is Sekiro. Oh, maybe. Yeah, Jed Dempsey with $2 says, I think Tech is talking about Sekiro.
When people ask me, Jaffe, we know why you're on a show about video games. Why is this guy? We don't even know who this guy is.
I'm your average consumer.
And I say, well, he's Make-A-Wish.
I'm looking at the images for
But
Sekiro.
now I'm starting to wonder if I haven't.
It is Sekiro. I was thinking of a different game. Yeah. It's this scene. Let me see if I can put it on the screen.
I don't care.
Have you seen this scene right here, where you go into like the little?
No. Ricardo tells me he used to be the
My
producer.
uncle. Who's Ricardo?
He used to produce the show.
Who the fuck is who's Ricardo?
Got deported.
Oh well.
But he did. He used to. He's a game journalist. He was producing the show for a few months, sir. And he's been telling me forever. It's like, dude, you got to play Sekiro. And I probably will. But right now, I think my next big game, if it's not Red Dead or Death Stranding, is going to be getting through Cyberpunk 2077, which I fucking playing Cyberpunk on GeForce, which means I can have it all turned up to the greatest. Oh man, it's going to be a joy. Maybe we do Cyberpunk. Maybe we do a playthrough of Cyberpunk. Tech, what do you think of that? You think the chat wants that, or Red Dead or Death Stranding more?
Red Dead Redemption 2, because you need to be brought into the cultural fold of what that game did.
All right.
And then maybe Cyberpunk. We should do, if not a Pop and Popcorn, next weekend, watch Edge Runners, the Netflix series.
I want to see that because the sequel's coming out.
The sequel, season 2 is coming out. Yeah, great series. One of the better animes produced by Netflix, because they directly funded it. Yeah, sorry, chat. It was Sekiro. It was not Ghost of Tsushima or whatever. It was, or Yotei or
Racist.
why?
All sounds alike to you, doesn't it?
No, look alike. They
Yeah.
look very similar. Probably like
You know,
gameplay.
your girlfriend is 25% Asian.
Yeah. I can't say what she. I can't use the word she uses, but she's like, I'm a 3-letter J word,
Okay,
3-letter
I
J word.
do. Oh, a Jew Jap?
Yeah, you can't say that.
Jap's not a bad
Yeah,
word.
it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, chat.
It's not. I didn't mean it to insult. I mean, Jew's not a bad word either, though. I can't.
Kinda.
What are you talking about? I can't.
Apparently, the abbreviation of it, like shortening it down, makes it like bad. I don't get it. You also can't say gypped.
That I get.
Why?
It's an insult to the gypsy community.
Yeah, the Romani people.
Yeah, that I
Yeah.
get though. But it's like if you say, and I'm going to say this because I was raised Jewish, and Mr. K's like, you're still Jewish, fine.
Yeah, you are.
Fine. I mean, not religiously though. I just want to be clear on that. But if you say I want to Jew that person down,
That's bad.
it is bad. But a lot of people don't even realize it's bad. Like saying the word about the Romanian gypsies.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's
It's-
different because you're not saying like, oh, I got Romani'd.
No, I know, but
It's
it's
like-
an association with a culture and type of person that they find offensive, which I understand. Just like if you use, I'm going to Jew that person down,
Well,
it's offensive.
being a gypsy in the past was like, I'm a traveling person who believes in like these spirits, and
Yeah.
I'm more in tune with the land, and it's not
Native-
so much
Native
like
Americans.
well, no, it's not so much like a you're born this, you're always this.
Regardless, it's looked at as
It'd be I get what it's looking like,
Another
but it'd be
one-
like,
another one is-
oh, he's such a farmer.
Trump the other day used the word Shylock, and he was like, I didn't think that was an insult.
I've
I'm
never
like,
heard that word.
Shylock's a character in Taming of the Shrew, which is the moneylender Jew, and he's portrayed as a negative guy. And
I thought it was Cyclops' cousin from the X-Men.
No. And in that, the word Shylock has been taken as a sort of a derogatory term. And I get the fact that maybe you at 28, because it's kind of fallen out, you know.
Yeah,
but Donald Trump at 70, 80, whatever the fuck he is, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Idiot.
You ever met a gypsy person?
No. And as far as I know.
Neither have I. Scorpigus is descended from Romani people.
Cool.
Yeah. So technically, if you want to assign him the same like Jewish bloodline, 1 drop equals enough to be considered whatever, then yeah, I guess he's
the
also.
The problem with the Jewish thing on that is people always say, well, Jaffe, was your mother Jewish? I'm like, well, she converted. Well, you're Jewish. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, well, Jewish law. I'm like, okay, but if I don't consider myself a Jew, then why do I care what Jewish law says? That's like North Korean law. I don't mean it's the equivalent in terms of morality, but I don't follow North Korean law either. So I'm not worried about, using the internet.
Yeah. Someone's interpretation of how you should identify is cringe.
Let us go to Ghost of Yotei because we're about to start, fellas.
I have it here. We got 4 minutes left.
And I may have to leave, but I'll be back, and Tech will take the stream.
You don't have to leave.
I got the termite guy coming. I got the plumbers coming.
Yeah.
I'm on this window. It could be there any time of day.
I brought termites to the house, guys. I'm sorry. No. Termites don't live in Vegas.
We've had termites for a while, and it's a California
Point
regulation.
This down like
that.
Yeah, like that.
Let's go to Yotei.
You know what? I'm there. It's still 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
A ton of Arabic in the side chat.
Why?
For the Yotei. I don't know.
Oh, not on our chat.
No.
I don't know how to speak Arabic. What's up, Chad? How you guys doing? What are you doing this weekend? I'm going to go to an arcade and go see Superman. And watch movies with you guys.
How come you don't have a verified YouTube channel, Jaffe? Let's get you verified.
I don't even know what that means.
Check mark next to your name when you comment in other chats.
Okay. I mean, what does it do for me?
It sets you apart. It makes you considered like a actual content creator. You get special privileges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do I have to do to get it?
They send you this little gold star, and you have to pin it to whenever you're on camera.
That's what I'm saying. He says to me, Tech says to me, we want to be more advertiser friendly, Jaffe. Look at all the things he said today.
I'm pushing you now because you you like singled out my panda. It's just a black bear wearing a white face.
And you basically made a joke about black people's credit.
No, I made a joke about white people's credit.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You didn't.
White people and their credit scores, you know how they do. Yeah.
Let's watch Ghost.
It's still 3 minutes.
Let's at least get it up so people
when
they come in
it's
here.
It's on screen. Nothing.
Yeah, because
happening.
the thing is, look, this is my favorite Sony first-party game of probably the last
3 months.
No. I would say, I can't tell if Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is my favorite first-party game from the PS5 era. Returnal probably is, but that's only if it wasn't so hard it doesn't make the grade. So it's between those three. But I love Tsushima. So I'm excited for this. I want to see where we go with this. And I guarantee you, right when it starts. Oh, the plumber's here, you motherfucker.
Is he really?
No, but that's how it works. They have some ability to know when you're like, okay, I'm going to take a break and relax. They won't be here right away. They show up immediately. That's okay. I got to get it done.
That guy's Brazilian.
Oh my God, I ate too much. It's good though. Good fucking
good panda.
Good panda.
Ravino says it takes 3 minutes to get it up.
Oh, Ravnos is here. Oh, he's decided to not be a hater today. You know what he said in the chat? He's like, Jaffe always thinks I'm trolling, but I'm not.
Yeah. Jaffe, when are you going to release your penis pump review, says Ravenos.
When your wife lets you stop using it, that's terrible. That means I have to use penis pump.
Whoa.
I didn't think through that. Getting old, Ravnos, the jokes don't come as fast and fluid. Neither do you, Jaffe. I love it!
He did it. Our dogs are not here.
I don't like that this border... Fix the border or get rid of it. What are you playing? What are you guys playing? Oh, somebody did a super chat yesterday about the Fantastic card. They said, what do you think about the very first time Marvel Snap has released a card that is behind a paywall? I don't know if it's necessarily a great card. Some people have said it's really, really good, but I would say that sucks. Marvel Snap has historically been, some people didn't like the fact that there were certain cards that were very, very, very hard to get if you didn't have the season pass, and even then you weren't guaranteed. Maybe they think because that's gotten a lot better, and it has, that they could maybe twist it here. Look, I believe they're self-publishing now. I believe. I could be wrong, but like NetEase had that whole thing with TikTok. They were both owned, and remember how they took Marvel Snap offline for a while? I want to say Second Dinner either found another publisher, which I'm staggered that Marvel Games didn't step in and just say, this will be our first game we publish. But anyway, clearly they're trying to sort of stay, if not stay profitable, become profitable. And I get it. And that may be what they have to do. But if they do it enough, I'll bail out, because I've always felt when I win or lose that game, I feel fair about their choices.
Yeah.
The other thing I love about that game compared to Hearthstone is, okay, we'll watch this and we'll talk about it. But thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. And it's a good question. So far it hasn't bothered me, but I haven't really seen people rock the house with the Fantasticar. You might do a refresh or something, and then go big screen. Oh, it's 4 minutes. Okay, so turn it all the way down, but go big screen. That's not big screen. I don't care about their fucking chat. I care about our chat.
All right.
But what I was saying though, is if it turns out the Fantasticar becomes a genuinely amazing card, then I would have a problem with it. But I just what I was saying I love about it though is in a game like Hearthstone, I didn't really get to enjoy changing my decks that often because it was such a laborious process.
True.
And there were so many cards and you had to go to different sections, and Marvel Snap is so fast, not just in the moment to moment gameplay, but in the changing your cards, that it really is fun to come out of a few matches and then be like, oh, I want to try this. And it's like, boop, 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 and you're back into another match. And that's cool. I think he's limping again, so I am going to take him to the vet. Ace, come over here. Come here. Ace. Oh, you want to get up there? Okay. Go up there with Tony. Ow! Stepped on my foot.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he's a really good boy.
Good boy, Ace.
I don't know if Jin Sakai's in this. I think this is like X hundred years ahead of Tsushima. But I did see him in some of the key art, so I don't know if you play flashbacks or if it's just like, I don't know. I haven't been following this all that much, but I am interested in it.
I want to give Ace a bath.
Aren't you playing Death Stranding 2, or are you going to play it?
I will, yeah, when it gets on PC.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what? I mean, just the
I get that.
the good old mother. There we go. I had part of the screen cut off. Thank you for.
What's the chat saying? Let's talk to the chat.
Chat saying, "Are you gonna try out the new Mafia game, Jaffe?"
Yes.
Jaffe, the plumber shows up. Jaffe, if the plumber shows his cleavage, don't tell Tech. He might get excited.
He might.
You talking about butter cleavage?
His butt crack.
Yeah. The butter zone. Ravenous says, why did it stall at D4?
D4? What?
Oh, 04. Hopefully the game runs better than the state of play.
It didn't stall? It's going better.
This game is 300 years later,
Please.
I believe.
Okay, please.
That's
don't.
Ravenous' voice.
Okay, but we push people away when we do that voice.
No, we don't. Push you away.
Is it just me? I'm so excited to go to this arcade. It's 2 floors. You pay $25.
It sounds like a ton of fun.
You pay $25. Everything is free. It's got not just old games. It's got new games. It's got Japan games that haven't even been localized.
Like if you're paying for the,
I will. It's got pinball.
Yeah.
Tons of pinball. What are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? I cannot wait. I've not been to an arcade in ages.
You know who's a big pinball guy?
No.
Jack Black.
Is he?
Yeah, big pinball guy.
I love it.
He used to frequent the Pinball Hall of Fame in Vegas with his kid, his son, all the time.
Pinball's amazing because it really is a there's a complication to the table design that is part of why a lot of people love it. But I've never, even the mainstream pinball games, like you can deep dive into stuff that you really won't know. It's almost like Souls or Dota before those games got big. It's like if you really want to be good at pinball, it's not just the physical.
It's a study.
You have to study that board and understand how that board works, and there are layers of depth, which I guess people love. I'm very surface pinball, but I still like it.
Do you know what my favorite Metroid game is?
Dread.
Metroid Pinball.
Oh yeah, that's Spinball.
Yeah, well, they call it's pinball.
No, it's Metroid. It's pinball. It's Spinball. It's Metroid Spinball. I think that was the ad for GBA, right? Or it came with a thing that you put on top.
It was no. This is a later release on the DS, I think.
Oh, okay. I played it on the GBA or the DS, and you had to buy it came with a cart that made it rumble.
No. That's the Game Boy one. The DS one, Metroid Pinball. It was just called Metroid Pinball, and it was super fun.
Okay.
I like the idea of playing pinball on a handheld with the triggers
and the
being
two
bumpers.
screens is great.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah. And I like the pinball games where there's the risk reward. The higher you get, but you can always drop like 5 tables down.
Yep.
I was going to make a pinball game once after I
Should've.
Left Sony called Paparazzi Panic.
Let's make it this year.
I don't want to make games anymore.
No, you just tell someone to do it for you.
All right.
Rob the mod.
Rob's in crunch mode right now with the game he's working on.
I heard. Good luck, Rob. If you listen to this today or tomorrow or next year on your deathbed, we love you, Rob the mod.
But I shipped the game. Uh-oh, partial nudity.
Full volume, you think?
It's up to the audience. I mean, I don't want to hurt their ears.
Hello, everyone. This
Hello.
is Jason Connell
Hello,
and Nate
Jason.
Fox
Hello,
from
Nate
Sucker
Fox.
Punch Productions.
Hello.
Ghost of Tsushima was an honor to be a part of. And today, Nate and I get to share more about our next game, Ghost of Yotei. We'll be sharing how we've crafted the game around exploration while keeping Atsu's tale of vengeance front and center. We'll also talk about ghost combat and how it's evolved. And we'll introduce for the first time some new special modes of play. But let's start things off first by talking about a Japanese folk legend, the Onryo.
I like double stuff, Onryo.
The people of Ezo believe Atsu is an Onryo, a wrathful ghost bent on revenge. And they're half right. Atsu doesn't care if she lives or dies, so long as she can punish the Yotei Six, a ruthless gang who slaughtered her family. After 16 years in the South, she's returned home to put their spirits to rest. It's warm memories of her family that propel her forward. When Atsu returns to her childhood home, with the push of a button, you can experience those cherished times. By giving you the freedom to explore Atsu's past, the wound of her loss becomes personal. It's that pain that pushes her forward. Hunting down the Yotei Six is a near impossible task. She'll face 1,000 blades. But the Onryo is relentless, and with each victory, the ghost story around her grows.
It's pretty cool so far.
Yeah, I like it.
Ghost of Yotei focuses on player freedom more than any game Sucker Punch has ever made. But it's also a game that at its heart is inspired by so many of our favorite wandering samurai films. So let's start off by talking about exploration at the edge of Japan. We all have different playstyles, so we set out to make an open world game that lets you drive your own experiences. Whether that's your curiosity to wonder, your thirst for combat, or a deep desire to stay focused on the story. As you explore, there's an underlying clue system that invites you to new adventures in new areas of the game that could be appealing to you. If you interrogate an enemy, choosing to ask about the Oni, you could uncover a landscape scarred by fire with more bold, samurai-like enemies to fight and abilities for Atsu to learn. Or if you ask about the Kitsune, might lead you to an area filled with snow and deception, enemies that ambush you, and new ninja-like tactics to study. Atsu draws cards for each clue to keep track of all available adventures. The more you play, the more the game unfolds for you. As she makes progress against the Yotei 6, her legend as the Onryo grows.
It's her.
Bounty will go up, drawing the attention of deadlier foes.
Are you lost?
I'm looking for some old friends. The Yotei 6.
Show her the door.
There is a hefty price on Atsu's head. Now, Atsu can also hunt down her own bounties that bring her all around the land. This is a lucrative way to make some money to fuel her vengeance quest.
I'm playing this game for sure.
I am too.
You're not off plan, Eguchi. You're here for my
I mean,
bounty.
it looks awesome. I mean, it looks a lot like Tsushima, but I love Tsushima, and this is kind of cool to. It's kind of cool to see a game like this. It's not just like another Souls or Sekiro kind of thing that we've been seeing tons of. I like the adventure element. I like the story element. I wonder how often you can go
Hidden in
into
the world
past.
are altars of
Probably
reflection.
just when you're in her home. section,
Finding one
maybe?
inspires Atsu and unlocks a new ability to help her on the journey ahead.
Did you never play Tsushima now that you know?
But yeah, I guess I just played the intro to Sekiro.
They are fun to find on their own, but for a quicker route, you can always buy a traveler's map from the cartographer. Ghost of Yotei isn't going to rush you through anything. You can choose what motivates you most. But we think the best way to play is to simply pull out your spyglass, find something interesting on the horizon, and enjoy the ride.
Let's ride.
See, this might motivate me to buy a PS Pro. Because I don't want to wait for it to come to
The
PC.
lands around Yotei are vast. It's not about checking it all off, it's about engaging in the content that gets you excited. Embrace that curiosity and let the wind guide you on your hunt.
Ezo is a dangerous place. Atsu always wields a weapon. As for
Atsu
which,
Namika.
that's up to you. Will you choose a katana, spear, kasuragama, odachi, or dual swords? Each is uniquely effective against a particular enemy and has their own set of upgrades to discover and master.
Plant psycho banners.
Let's see how she uses these weapons in the field, searching for leads on Lord Saito.
This is our food, from our soil. The soldiers needed more to free you.
Free us. Inokichi steals our crops while our families starve.
Atsu's no samurai or ninja. No, She's a lone wolf mercenary who'll use every advantage, every dirty trick to win a fight. Combat has the feel of a classic samurai movie. Every motion counts. It's about lethal precision. If an enemy swings hard, Atsu can lose her weapon. But if she's quick, she can disarm them.
You're dead.
Choose the right weapon for the job. To fight a massive enemy, her huge Odachi blade is best.
He looks like the one in charge.
Tonight, we feast.
Blades are great, but ranged weapons work too. And Atsu's got an arsenal.
Hell
A bounty hunter. A ghost.
Thrown weapons like kunai, bombs, or even blinding powder can give Atsu an edge. When enemies switch weapons, you'll have to adapt. Dual swords are best against spears.
No more.
Tell me what you know about Saito.
Atsu doesn't always fight alone. She'll meet several allies on her hunt, including a mysterious wolf.
Atsu can set up camp under the stars of Ezo. But she's not always
The
alone.
wolf's the spirit of Jin Sakai.
Ah.
Hey, friend. Share your fire with the traveling peddler?
What are you selling?
A mask said to be cursed with the unpredictable nature of its previous owner.
Camping under the stars is a great way to rest up, play your shamisen, or cook to ready for a fight ahead. It's also designed to help bring important characters and upgrades straight to you. In fact, in place of the journal menu from Ghost of Tsushima, we've opted for a more character-driven way of managing allies and vendors you meet in Ezo. Over time, Atsu grows to have her own wolf pack. And here, you can keep track of when a sensei might have a weapon skill for you, or when a vendor has something unique to sell. Managing upgrades, resources, when to buy what, can be a burden in a big open-world game. At campsites, members of your wolf pack can catch up with you, offering upgrades and unique items.
Cool.
This helps ensure you have every opportunity to upgrade and prepare for Atsu's vengeance quest ahead. You don't have to leave where you're exploring, the game comes to you.
I like that.
While exploring Ezo, you'll discover all sorts of new armor, charms, and gear. Perfect for building up Atsu around your chosen playstyle. Are you stealth, ranged, or melee focused? Find and combine the pieces that are just right for you. And of course, customize the look of your armor and weapons to make sure that your version of Atsu looks and fights just the way you want. The score of Ghost of Yotei is incredibly special to us. Our amazing composer, Toma Otoa, has created a mashup of Eastern instrumentation with Western flavors, brought to life through an exciting collaboration of many talented artists.
でこうダウンビートまで
If you like what you heard, we're releasing 2 tracks featured in today's State of Play on your favorite streaming service immediately after the show.
The digital photography community for Ghost of Tsushima is incredible. We're happy to have photo mode back in Ghost of Yotei and look forward to seeing photos from your journey across Ezo.
Is that a
Oh,
sneak
there's a
peek at a
bear.
bear companion?
We want playing through Ghost of Yotei to feel like stepping inside of your favorite classic samurai films. So, from the beginning of the game, we're happy to offer a full Japanese voice track with full lip sync that you can play with subtitles.
誰だてめえ 生きてたか狼の姫一人残らず息の根止めたと思ったまた会えたな刀鍛冶の娘
覚えておけ。圧だ。
To take the feeling of stepping into a classic samurai cinema experience one step further, we are honored to once again partner with acclaimed director Akira Kurosawa's estate for Kurosawa Mode, which emulates his classic black and white films.
We had to partner with them so we could take the desaturate,
Yeah, we did a filter.
and we paid $100,000 to the estate of Kurosawa.
We wanted his name on there.
Hell, I can do that on my stream right now. Just take the color out. It's Gavin and Games, the Kurosawa mode.
$20. We'll go Kurosawa for the
For
stream.
Ghosts of Yotei, we wanted to celebrate 2 other influential directors who have had an impact on the genre as a whole.
David Jaffe.
First, we
Spike
partnered
Lee.
with Takeshi Miike, director of 13 Assassins, for a mode that puts the camera closer during combat for a more intense, raw experience along
I
with
do like
increased
that.
mud and blood splatter.
Blood.
And lastly, we've partnered with the director of Samurai Champloo, Shinichiro Watanabe.
What?
Turn this mode on to listen to some original lo-fi tracks directed by Watanabe himself.
Aww,
I like it.
yeah.
I like it.
Welcome to Yotei, baby.
Did you watch Samurai Champloo?
No.
Oh, it's good.
That's cool.
There's so many ways to make your Ghost of Yotei playthrough your own. But no matter how you play, here's one way to experience Ghost of Yotei that is sure to be special.
Oh man, look at that. No thank you.
Today, you've got a glimpse into Atsu's hunt for the Yotei 6. Forge your own path while discovering the secrets of Ezo. To survive, you'll need to master a variety of weapons, using lethal precision to overcome the odds and take revenge as the Onryo. Ghost of Yotei comes out on October 2nd. Thank you so much for watching.
I do like the Kintsugi PlayStation though.
Oh yeah, it's super cool.
Do you know what Kintsugi is?
I guess it's that PlayStation. I mean, forget that for a minute. Overall, though, I think that looked fucking awesome. Now, I love Tsushima, so I'm already predisposed. And out of all of, one of the things that a lot of people have been complaining about is all these sort of samurai and Asian melee games
stories, yeah,
are looking alike. But what I loved about Tsushima was it felt like it was one of the few first-party games that knew it was a game.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was story and all that, but it was a game. And I think it's nice to see more of that, or it's like, it's not, this is our vision. This is the director's, it's like, no, this is for you guys. This is for the gamer. And so I think that's cool. I think it looks like fun. Like I said, it might make me buy a PS Pro because I don't want to wait to play it on PC. PS5 Pro. I would say right now, if somebody said you can buy a Switch 2 or a PS5 Pro, I'd probably get the Pro because nothing I've seen on the Switch 2, I'm like, I have to play that.
Yeah.
Whereas I see this and I go, yeah, I want to play this as soon as I can.
Once the newest Pokemon game gets released,
I don't care about that.
And the next Smash Brothers on the Switch 2, then I'll probably look to get one. But,
yeah.
Kintsugi. Kintsugi's the Japanese art of mending broken pottery, utilizing gold inside the cracks. And it's supposed to emphasize that something broken can still be beautiful. Which falls in line with the story of the main character, right? She's broken, but she's on her journey, whatever, and she's the reparation of broken stuff.
This is what it's like to pass away, I think.
I'm autistic. How was that chat?
I liked it. That looked great. That looks really good. That was
your dog farted midway through.
Oh, always. But look, here's the deal about this. It's really interesting to me is that you look at that. Now again, I can't jump all over Death Stranding because it's just not my kind of game, but I'm going to try the first one again. But that's still a weird conundrum these guys are in, right? Which is, okay, every year you're going to get one or two games like this.
Yeah.
And it's like, they better be glad that they're the only game in town right now for console, because even, I don't know if I would buy it. I mean, I would, I guess, because I do a show about it and I'm a hardcore Tsushima fan, but it's like, why they're spending enough money. Why can't we get 4 games every year like this? Why does that have to be impossible? I mean, I get it. I've been in production. I understand you can't always guarantee you ship, but there's a point where you can guarantee a hell of a lot more than they've been guaranteeing.
Well, Sony, I guess similar to Microsoft, they're diversified in what they produce as a company as a whole, right?
Sony or PlayStation?
Sony.
Well, yeah. I mean, they make movies,
TV, they make
games.
technology, right? They
Yeah.
They have a whole system in place. So I imagine it comes out to whoever's running PlayStation under Sony, it being told your budget is this.
Oh, sure.
And that's it. And they're like, well, we're going to make some fucking bangers.
Well, I mean, PlayStation makes more money than, I believe, any other division right now.
Of Sony?
Yeah.
I think they're...
well, you should look it up. I think you're going to be wrong if you don't think it's the first.
I think they're electronics division.
No, you should look it up.
I'll look it up. But you know what is making a lot of money? Carlos Hernandez!
Thank you, Carlos. What'd he say?
This game makes AC Shadows look so boring in comparison. I can't wait. It's my Superman for video games.
I get that. I haven't played AC Shadows just because I got busy and no one was raving enough to get it. But yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
this looks better than any of them.
This is making me more. If I had to choose out of these 2 games,
yeah,
it's this one.
Well, there's nothing about. That's what's interesting is there's nothing about this one that you go, oh my god, right? It's just.
It's the immersion.
They seem to have really succeeded, at least if this is to be believed, in delivering on the promise better than any of other these kind of games living in that world. They've done a great job communicating that that's their differentiator. Whereas I think like a lot of the games are, it's about the combat, or Shadows. I liked a lot of what they were saying, but this seems like it's more of like a real prestige period piece where they really take it serious and they really are all in on giving you an amazing, within reason, authentic experience of this adventure. And that's sort of that's a hard elevator pitch if it hadn't been for us being a sequel, but it comes through in this state of play, I think, and you're like, wow, I want to be in that world. I want to have that adventure.
Have you heard of the term a B4B game? No. Before bed, right? This is one of those games.
I think you just made that up.
When you're done for the day, you're winding down. Especially as a console game, you lay in bed, your TV's right there, you turn it on, you play this game for a couple hours, you get immersed. The story's like it's rich, right? And I was like, okay, I've found, because it's the environment of this game. There's like these very peaceful looking locations.
Oh yeah, if you play the first one, you'll see. The first one's great. You can literally find hot springs to sit in and meditate. There's a meditation, semi mini game in Tsushima.
So you set up your camp. You're winding down for the night. You're clearing your last little bit of like inventory management or whatever. Buying your last thing.
Yeah,
upgrades.
you cook your fish.
Yeah, you play your guitar, and then it's like, I did it. I did 2 days of Yotei. I'm going to turn off my PlayStation, go to bed.
I think, to me, this feels more like what I call a Thanksgiving game. I like it's one of those, it's like, it's not a Western, it's a samurai thing, but it's like you want to kind of just, it's the holiday season. The world is beautiful, and there's snow, and there's leaves, and it's like you just kind of get lost in nature. I don't know, because October 2nd, I always play horror games, but October 2nd is obviously the beginning of a month filled with brand new horror games. So I don't know if I'm going to play this day one or not, but I definitely will play it this year. I might make it my Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, chat. Can someone donate $500 in the super chat? We'll go get a PlayStation Pro next week.
Is it more than that?
It's like $700.
Yeah,
I'll go if they give 5. Then I go 1, you go 1.
Yeah, we'll put a goal at the bottom.
Yeah,
that's what we'll do.
Ravenos.
So you could just call Sony. I don't know anyone really at Sony anymore that would send me one.
You don't think so?
No. Almost, other than Rhodey, which I don't think would be good politics for him or good optics, there's no one I really know anymore there. I'm sure there are a few people, but not like before where every department I could throw a dart and I'd hit somebody I knew, which then they would be mad because I
threw the dart at them. Yeah. Just tell Shuhei.
Well, Shuhei's not at Sony anymore.
Yeah, but he has so much pull.
I can go buy my own PlayStation.
I know you can, but imagine you just tell Shuhei, like, hey, Shuhei, they're releasing that new Ghost of Yotei PlayStation. You got an extra one for me? He'll probably be like, yeah. They sent me 10.
No, that's cool. But anyway, yeah, it looks great.
Did you ever get one of the PS2 condoms?
No, we never made those.
Are you sure?
There was a box of PlayStation condoms, but my understanding is the packaging was printed, and then somebody wised up and realized what was about to happen.
Yeah,
and said, we're not selling those.
So you can find. I thought that released.
I could be wrong, but I remember covering this a couple years ago. I think you can still find the boxes on eBay.
Yeah,
but I don't think they were ever actually sold as anything.
I missed that.
See what the chat thought about that. Let's do a poll. Let's say, what did you think of Yotei? I'd say super excited, looks okay, or not for me. Now Tech's going to write something totally different, which is totally not going to have anything to do with what I want to know, but, that's the way it goes. Okay. I'm really worried about these plumbers, man.
You know what I'm going to do? Since we're, late, I'm going to shit in the toilet and not flush.
Please don't. Yeah, no, I'm jazzed. That looks really, really good. And now I'm kind of going, well, what do I want to play? I want to play something now, but not right now. But
how do you spell Yotei?
They know what we're talking about. It's Yotei, I believe.
I think that's what I put.
Yotei, yeah.
What was your thoughts on the Yotei trailer? Super excited, looked okay, not excited, hated it.
Okay, cool. Let's let it settle for a moment.
You have such a cute dog, Jaffe.
I do. Let's go to the news. Let's see what's happening in the world of video games while we're waiting for the chat to tell us if we're idiots for liking what we like.
Do you drink tea?
I drink sweet tea.
I was wondering if we had hot tea available.
We probably do.
I want to cozy up in a blanket.
Okay, well, let's not.
Drink some hot tea.
I want to see what's happening. Yeah, you're making me yawn, you dumb fuck. Don't make me yawn.
Well, that was a stream chat.
No. I want to see if there's any news. Hang on, man.
What's that website you made me go to? It's like G for something.
Video Games Chronicles is a good one. I have a Twitter account.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I have a Twitter thing that I look for with game news that I'm on.
Jaffe will never share his Twitter credentials with me. You just have to remind me, Tech. Yeah.
I shared the YouTube one.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Bonanza began development on the original Nintendo Switch before moving to Switch 2.
Big deal.
Mario Odyssey director is a producer on Donkey Kong Bonanza.
None of this is interesting.
Astrobot's latest DLC adds a historic missing in action game series.
Developer Land Crab delivers a wildly clever adventure full of curiosity, danger, and laughter in peak. Oh, they're finally getting around to reviewing it. Okay.
Cyberpunk 2077 will be in July's PlayStation Plus.
We talked about that yesterday, indeed.
GameStop is auctioning off the staple and stapler that damaged a customer's Nintendo Switch 2.
Jesus Christ. Let's see.
What's VGC? What's the other one you like to go to? Game something?
I like to go to NeoGAF because they tend to cover. It's not always real, but
let's look at NeoGAF real quick. What's going on in NeoGAF's life?
Listen to this. Shark Dentist is a horror roguelike that's basically the Meg mashed up with an early 90s Milton Bradley toy. That sounds pretty good. I want to play Shark Dentist. Are you kidding me? Of course. Central Perk. What's it say?
Sea of Thieves is getting a paid subscription service for custom servers. Okay.
Yeah.
Copilot and ChatGPT went up against a 4-kilobyte Atari chess game from the 70s and lost. You already know all these, Jaffe.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, I'm on top of the game news. There's just not a lot of it right now. What's the chat want to talk about? Are we going to wrap it up? Where are we at with the poll?
UK's? Okay. Ace's paw has been hurting. He was struggling to get up just then.
Puppy. Oh, where are we at with the poll?
All right, the poll coming in at a whopping percentage. 6% said they hated it. 11% were not excited. 32% were, it looked okay. And 48% of the chat says super excited about this game.
Yeah, looks good. I think so too.
Ready for a nap?
No, I'm not ready for a nap. I'm ready to get these things done so we can prep for Madhouse. And
plumbing guys.
Yeah, the plumbing guys, termite guys, got to take him to the vet. Busy afternoon.
Busy afternoon.
Fellas, that's Gabbin' and Games. We're back tomorrow at the normal time, 10:30, 11, and then we're back tonight, 6:30 p.m. California time with me, Tech, Bunny Button. We may do Thursday high day today so we can see Superman.
What's today?
Thursday.
Today's Thursday?
Yeah, so maybe we'll get high tonight and do Superman tomorrow.
The week's gone by so quick.
I know. Chat, thank you guys very much. Thank you for hanging out with us, talking video games. Hit us up on our Discord. Consider a subscription, super chat, super thanks. Share with your friends, membership, all that good stuff. It's nice to see you. Be well, be safe. We'll see you tonight, 6:30, a couple hours away. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. I love you. Mwah.
Did you read all the chats, by the way?
All the super chats are covered.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
fellas.